fall in line and fall in love with some awesome fall flavors from our friends and sponsors at Wisconsin Cheese. This is where things get new and different. In Wisconsin, they have over 1,200 licensed cheesemakers. They win more awards there than any other state or country in the world, y'all. They're imaginative, creative, and these cheeses come up with new spins and new ways to make things different. So this dish is gonna make your next fall get-together perfect. We're gonna make some pumpkin, y'all. It's the basic, but also the star of a lot of fall dishes. So we're making some roll-ups, so roll into this thing. Perfect for tailgates, perfect for your book club. Taking half of a 16-ounce can of pureed pumpkin and put that into the middle of our mixing bowl. We got a half teaspoon of nutmeg in here, a teaspoon of granulated garlic, give a little punch to it, and then some salt and pepper to taste. I like a lot of it. So this is part of the base. I'm gonna mix this up first before putting in these beautiful cheeses. So the two cheeses we got from the incredible folks at Boar's Head. Now, Boar's Head, they do a lot of things right. One of the things that they are fantastic at is making awesome cheese. So we have their Gruyere here, and it is beautiful. It melts perfectly, has this nice sharp flavor to it. It's great. So that's gonna go pretty heavily into this. I wanna get all of it too because I love it so much. Then, Wisconsin made some feta that they sell at Tops. So all these cheeses you can get at Tops, at Wegmans, so check those out. But we're gonna mix this up so you're having way more cheese than you're gonna have the pumpkin flavor. The pumpkin flavor will go far. The cheese is the star, baby. So we're gonna mix that up really good until we get a lot of the cheese distributed. Before I get my hands messy, I wanna make sure you don't mess around. When you're looking for this great cheese, look for the Proudly Wisconsin badge on the cheese product and you know you're getting it right. We have cooked up some lasagna noodles, a little bit less than al dente, so 6 to 7 minutes. We're gonna take them, cut them in half, which we've already done, and then take some of this cheese mixture with the pumpkin and layer it across the noodle itself, inside the ridges. We just take it and we're gonna roll them up, because these become our serving size bites. With the seam part down, stuff them again a little bit with your hands. We're gonna layer up a greased pan with them. Then we're gonna make the awesome sauce. I'm in an excited state of mind right now. Did you know in Wisconsin, by the way, they've been making cheese since before they were a state, y'all. That's a long time. That's why they're so good at stuff. So we're gonna make a sauce for our pasta that's also, by the way, doubles as a great macaroni and cheese for the fall if you want that too. But this is a pumpkin cheese sauce. Before I get into the whole sauce itself though, we're using 2 knockout cheeses. Ross Gouda cheese, and it is more than Gouda. They should call it Beta, that's how good it is. But Ross Gouda cheese, and then Wood River's cheddar Gruyere blend, and it is spectacular. We're gonna show you how it works into a great sauce. So we've got half a stick of butter. We are gonna melt. Our butter is melting, so we're gonna add in 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. We're gonna whisk that together too until we start to get some bubbles and we simmer a little bit. We've been simmering, now we're gonna add in the other half of our 16-ounce can of pumpkin puree. We're gonna whisk that in before adding our other 2 ingredients that actually add a lot of value. So the point of all this for the fall is the pumpkin. People like pumpkin and that's cool, so that's why the pumpkin's in here. But the pumpkin creates a really cool flavor profile and a different mouthfeel that plays really well with the cheeses when this becomes a sauce. But to make that really work, you could add hot sauce, which also can bring out some other flavors, and you know we love doing that. Usually we'd add hot sauce. We like hot sauce and bring out the fattiness of cheese, but this time we're using 2 teaspoons of just yellow mustard. It creates this sharp little bite that spreads throughout the sauce and really brings out the cheeses even more. We've also got 2 teaspoons of thyme that I picked from my garden. This time of year, it's nice for thyme. Time to really make this sauce magical. The magic, the cheeses. So Ross Incredible Gouda, we're gonna put that in here. Then we're taking Wood River's cheddar Gruyere, which I absolutely adore. We're gonna mix that in too and keep stirring it until all the cheese is melted. Now we're gonna drape it over our fantastic pumpkin roll-ups. It goes in the oven at 375 for 15 to 20 minutes until it just looks bubbly and beautiful. I am pumped for these pumpkin roll-ups. Get a couple on our plate here. We're gonna garnish them with some fresh chives that I picked today. Nice color on that. The pumpkin, the cheese, the chives. This is why the Wisconsin human beings that make all this amazing cheese, man, they know what they're doing. Tailgates, book clubs, anything you're doing this fall, fall into line and fall into this dish.